This is drawing number 11 in the textbook, and what we have here are two assignments that use the same drawings to solve them. The first one we're looking at using the decimal scale to figure out the dimensions for these objects, and in the second assignment we're looking at the half-size scale to figure out the dimensions using that scale as well. And what you do is you measure the item that it tells you to, and right here it says A, and then you would put the answer in the box where it says A, and B, and you put the answer in the box where it says B. And rather than zoom back and forth, since I'm having some issues with my zoom capabilities, I'm just going to zoom in and show you how to measure these using the decimal scale first. And I'm going to go as far as I can because it's kind of hard to see it. And if we look at the decimal scale, you remember this is the one that has the increments, 50 increments, 2/100 of an inch each. And I would put the 0 on the outside of this circle. I'm going to measure the diameter of A, which is this outside circle right here. And when I do that, if I measure across, I have 1 inch, 2 inches, and then 0.1, 0.2, and then counting 2, 4. It could be, depending upon where you hold this, because these lines are so thick at this scale, it looks like it's more than likely 2.25 inches. So I would write 2.25 inches in the box with A in it. Now B is this circle, and we want to measure the diameter of this circle. So I'm going to do the same thing again, put 0 here, and this time when I measure across I get 1 inch, and then 0.8, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, or it could be even 1.9. Again, with the thickness of these lines you can see it's hard to be exactly right, but I'm going to go with 1.88 for this one. So I would write 1.88 in the box. So this is how we do the assignments. You just look at where you're supposed to measure and look at the scale. Let me try to zoom. Here we are. Now, for instance, for D we would measure between these arrows. For E we're looking to measure between these arrows. F you're measuring between these arrows, and so on. Unless it says diameter, and these diameter symbols are hard to see, but that's what they are. They're the diameter of these circles. Okay. Now on the next one we're looking to measure these same items with the half-size scale. So I'm going to use A and B again. I'm going to flip around to the half-size scale, which you remember looks like this. Now this is designed as sort of an architectural scale, and architectural scales work a little bit differently than some of the others. So if I'm going to measure here the outside diameter, what I would do is I would hold this 0 right over here on the left, and I would measure to the right, and I see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and something, but we don't know what. So I would put the 4 over here, and now I measure to the left, and I go 4 to the 0, and then I would go half right here. So this would be 4 1/2 inches using the half-size scale, and I would write that in the box, 4 1/2 inches. Now for B, using this scale, again I start out left to right, and I find out that it's 3 again and something, but I don't know what because this is not graduated. So then I slide the 3 over, and I measure back, and I see what it would be, 3 and then 1, 2, 3/4, and I would write 3 3/4 in that box. So this is the way that these assignments are to be done. So work through them and then I will post the solutions on Blackboard and you can check your work and see how you did.